Hey there, Internet. Today I'm going to be talking about some of the logistical things that you need to figure out when you're moving to Thailand. Um, I didn't have as many of them figured out before this, so it will be good to explore together. First up, if you're traveling outside the country, you need a passport, which I did not have. There were a couple programs that I was looking at that needed passports before you could apply, so I went and I did a rush one, and I went at the office. There's one on Wilshire and Veteran in LA, right by UCLA, so I was familiar with it. And it was actually very, very helpful. I was really glad that I went and I talked to people and I made sure that I had all my stuff in order. So it's not that difficult a process. You bring all your documents, you fill out their documents, and they ask you where you're going and why you're going, and then you get a passport. It's very exciting. Another thing that I had to figure out was vaccines, because I'll be working with children and I'll be going overseas, and I have never done this before, so again. So there are a couple places that you can get vaccines in Los Angeles County through the county health CDC thing. There's one in Pasadena, there's one in Long Beach, and there's one in Orange County. And I went to the one in Pasadena and it was very nice. There are no actual vaccines required for U.S. travelers going to Thailand. There are some that are recommended, which I got. Hep A is recommended, Hep B, so hepatitis A and B. If you had them as children, you might still want to get re-upped as an adult. Japanese encephalitis is one that they highly recommend, and I'm very glad that I got it because Japanese encephalitis sounds like a very scary disease. Don't Google it if you don't want to know. And there's a lot of places that talk about the yellow fever vaccine, but what's up with that is if you are traveling to Thailand from a country that had yellow fever, you are required to get that vaccine. Otherwise, they don't need you to have the vaccine. It's only if your country has yellow fever in it. So that's some of the African belt countries, some other Southeast Asian countries, stuff like that. What else? That is it. Something else that I did real fast is if you bank with one of the big international banks, you can go ahead and call them, just the number on the back of your credit card, and you can get a travel alert, and it will let them know that you are going to be in this country, and that way you don't have any weird hiccups with the bank being like, why is your card in this other country? Did you get it stolen? And we're going to freeze your cards for 14 days, which I've had happen to me from fraud. So it's good to call your bank and ask for a travel alert, and they'll just ask when are you going and what countries and for how long. And that was super easy. That's it for today. Probably later, next video, I'm going to talk about the visa process because it is a lot more complicated than I thought. Thanks, Internet.